Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Samsung Galaxy and you're watching Upskill Yourself. In this video, we're going to be comparing iPhone 14 Plus to Samsung Galaxy S21. I know there's no direct comparison between the two phones, but you'll be surprised to know how much similar these two devices can be. And in 2025, how do they both stand out? Because with all the smartphones that are coming out, there's not much of a change that is being introduced by these companies. They're just putting those old things back in, or just expecting us to think, oh, it's a new innovation altogether. But do the phones from 2022, 2021 still hold up in 2025? And we're going to be seeing that. And in the next video, I'm just going to be reviewing the iPhone 14 Plus, how it held on for more than a year. So stay tuned for that too. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and please like the video. Let's get into it. Alright, welcome back. So first things first, we're going to be talking about the performance of both these phones because that's what we're most interested in. iPhone 14 Plus comes with a whopping A15 Bionic chipset as compared to Samsung S21 comes with two options. One's the Exynos and the other one is the Snapdragon 888. Since I'm living in the American continent, I get the Snapdragon version. The Snapdragon 788 and the difference between the Exynos is not that significant if you are worried about it. It's just that what I've read online and what I've seen the other reviewers say is that the Exynos version tends to perform a little lower on the battery side. So if you're somebody looking for that, that might be a thing to consider. In terms of storage, they both come with the base 128. And then in terms of RAM size, iPhone still in 2025 is stuck with 6 GB of RAM, while the S21 is giving you 8 GB at the minimum to start with. The next comparison is on the design and build structure of these two devices. So one's made of aluminum and the other one is the one's made with aluminum and the other one is made with glass. Now it comes to more of a personal preference. The one comes with a hole punch and the another one has a notch. So the iPhone has a weird looking notch, which what I've noticed after using it for a couple of times, or after using it for a week, you do not even notice the notch, because when you're watching a video, it shrinks it down, it cuts it into those dimensions, and then you don't even notice that there is a notch sitting at the top. The same thing with the Samsung, there is a hole punch. It is distracting, you see it, but when you're using it for quite many days, then your eyes get used to it and then you don't see it anymore. iPhone does feel a little premium with the more boxy and more shiny structure as compared to S21, which does not look that premium, but it looks quite sleek and modern because Samsung is known for going out and about and trying new designs to make it look more modern, more unrealistic designs. We still remember the waterfall screen that it had on the Note 8 and Note 9. That would complete the design and build. Moving on to the display part of these two phones and these two devices, Samsung unfortunately outperforms. iPhone unfortunately is still stuck on the 60 Hz display, which in my opinion, in today's world, in today's time, is pretty slow, not super laggy, but well, other phones are doing much faster refresh hertz. They should be able to do that too. Samsung on the other hand comes with an 120 Hz refresh rate. You can lower it down to 60 if you want to preserve battery, but hey, if you have 120 Hz, you're gonna use it. You want that. You got the phone for that reason. Now, although both the devices offer you peak brightness during daytimes, during outside use, but the only difference would be in terms of smoothness that the Samsung gives you because of the higher refresh rate, And then iPhone gives you more of a color accurate screen. So if you're somebody in the creative field looking for a more color accurate device option, then iPhone would be the best option for you. Otherwise, if you're somebody looking for a faster screen, smoother display, then Samsung would be your best bet. Now that brings us to the last comparison for these two devices, and that would be in the camera department. So undoubtedly, iPhone would win this category because of their unbeatable videography features. Samsung and other companies have been trying, and they're trying very hard, but they're unable to beat iPhone's video capability. It's just something about it that it's so smooth, and you'll be surprised to know that this whole video is being recorded on the iPhone 14 Plus right now. So this is the front camera that I'm testing. It's set to HD 30 screens per second. It's set to HD 30 FPS, 30 frames per second, and it's set to cinematic mode, so it automatically gives you a blurred background. So I'm trying to see how nicely it will be able to detect that, but what I can see is like not getting my hair out. It's kind of blurring not getting all the structures in, but in terms of smoothness, in terms of audio, this is what you're going to be expecting. And I'm going to play some B-rolls for you as well, so you can see how Samsung also holds in the videography and the camera department. Both of them offer you night mode, which are pretty standard, which are okay to use, and then their videos are both quite stabilized. But if I were to give a verdict for it, I would give it to iPhone for sure. Now, after all these points looked at, we're going to be talking about the battery life. Battery life in both of these devices, what I've noticed is being able to give me 1 full day of continuous use. My continuous use would look like having the brightness to the medium to a little higher setting, having Wi-Fi on at all times, having Bluetooth on at all times, having mobile data on at all times, and then taking videos, photography, all those sorts of things that comes into play. And with that kind of use, you need a device that is able to charge fastly. Both these devices, both the Samsung and the iPhone, is able to do fast charging. They're both also able to do wireless charging, but where Samsung pulls ahead is it offers you reverse wireless charging. So let's say you're somebody who carries two devices. Your one device is dying out, but the Samsung has battery in it, has juice in it, so you can just flip that phone around, turn the reverse wireless charging, and put the other phone on top of it, and it will charge. It will share batteries this way, which I love the most. I love this feature because I'm not carrying both these devices. I have my Samsung and I also have this iPhone with me, so it really helps me when my iPhone is dying out. So you can charge it in a go, and you can get those juices flowing. That's the only point that I would say in terms of battery that Samsung is pulling ahead. Now to give you a final verdict, it kind of basically depends on your personal preference. So if you're somebody who's looking for a faster screen, for a much smoother experience with the screen, and getting more of a battery performance, then yes, Samsung would be your best decision. But if you're looking for something which is a premium build, which has a good camera and video capabilities, with a processor that you know for sure would not lag on you, then iPhone would be the best bet. In my personal opinion, I am enjoying both, but I incline towards the iPhone more because it offers me more of a smoother and a more richer experience when I'm using my phone. Although iPhone does restrict me in many areas, but that's a caveat that I am willing to take, and that's going to be the same thing for you as well when you're deciding on which to get. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, drop a comment if you have any reviews for me. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.